Yo, 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 what is up? Let me make sure it looks like the microphone is working. Have not been back in the studio for a while. There we go. Now I can hear. Welcome, everybody. I am back from the trip, 3 weeks on the road, doing a little bobbing and weaving, seeing some of the amazing Eastern Seaboard. New England was the best. I had a great time, thanks to Mark for inviting Joe and I up to his fabulous place in Mystic, Connecticut. What a really, really great town that is. And when we drove down from there, we went all along the seaboard, man, and we went out to the edge, the lighthouses and there's such cool driving up through there. I can't wait to go back in the summertime and on a motorcycle and hit that stuff up because super great stuff. I can't wait to get into New York City on my Ducati, man. That'll be great, ripping up and down the streets on the Duck. Hey, Tommy, how are you, buddy? Oh, Nick, I got some stuff to tell you. Hold up. What's up, my friend? What's up, Tommy? Hey, Nikki. I was in New England. I'm 2 hours from Mystic next time. Yeah, I know you're up in Boston, brother. We didn't go any further. Next time I will go up to Boston and we'll get some chowder and, other stuff that we would get up there. But man, we ate a lot of seafood. Nikki, I picked up 2 guitars, dude. I got a cab now for that head that I got from you. I got a checkered late 60s, I believe, checkerboard Marshall 4x12 with greenbacks. And I got a Telecaster, a pink Paisley Telly, that is, of course, a reissue. It's not the original one from that series. It's a reissue, but it is well played. It's been modded with new pickups. And I got a 1964 Gibson acoustic that is killer, dude. It's like this thing's been to hell and back. It's all worn in and it's all just used and marked and checked. Is that what they call it? Checked, or the where the enamel or the varnish gets like those cracks in it, so it's totally killer and dialed in. And man, the thing just, you strum it and it feels so good. I have the feeling, I hope I take to guitar, man. I really hope that I take to it, because when I hold one in my hand and I strum it and I feel it, it gives me energy. It talks to me. It's like I'm feeling something from it. It's hitting me in the heart. So I hope I'm going to start playing a little bit every day and see what happens, man. I hope that I can. The reason I hope that I can play is I would like to be able to reach other people through music. Like, I think that people that play guitar or, an instrument, when you can play music and cause other people, other tribes folk around the fire to feel emotion, it's pretty powerful. It's a pretty special talent to be able to connect with somebody through your playing. And especially if I could learn to write music and songs and lyrics and have messages and that touch people's heart. I mean, that's like a total leap above listening to music is the greatest, but creating it is like, nothing can beat that. So I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens. My only thing I'm nervous about is I'm nervous about getting frustrated that I'm not playing well. Like I want to play better than I am, and then I'll be like, oh, I suck or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So far, everything that I've done so far, I feel like I could learn this, and I got the Gibson app on my phone, so I can start doing lessons, and I'll take some lessons and see what happens. So now I've got a Telly, a Les Paul, a Marshall with a single cab, and I'll get a practice amp. And then I've got to maybe a Strat. I don't know when the time comes, but I tend to I tend to gravitate. It's always the shit that I like is always the expensive stuff, you know. So I'm gonna learn to play first. Um, so yeah. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Hey, Andrew, good to see you, man. Andrew's got some 770s on the way, man. Andrew's going to be kicking some serious ass, bro. You're going to have to come on and tell us how you like your 770s because they are going to you're going to be in for a surprise, man. Sweet, yes, that's the one, man. Greenbacks, you know it. Yep, that's the match, I think. Pink Telly had one for a bit, traded it for another Telly. Yeah, cool, man. Give us a photo sometime. A photo of what, Alan? Of the Telecaster? I can go grab it. I tried guitar years ago and quickly found out it wasn't for me. Attention span is way too short. Yeah, that's kind of like that's what I'm a little worried about. Like that I won't have the patience to hear myself suck. You know what I mean? Like I'll get bored of just playing fifth chords over and over again. But I'm gonna start with the acoustic because the acoustic kind of gives me a little more to work with. Um, Not knowing I can sound a little, it sounds a little better to me in my shittiness or whatever. Electric guitar, I think it almost seems like you got to be, I don't know, a little more precise or something. But I suppose maybe if I crank that Marshall up, it's going to be wicked, and then I don't have to, and it'll just do something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But um, nice, playing music connects people. Yes, it totally does. Nah, you'll play great, brother. Cool, man. I'm stoked. So badass. You know it, buddy. I'm on my way, brother. I wish I was closer. I'd have you set these up for me. I mean, they may be set up already. I don't know. Got a few pedals. Makes practice a bit more fun. You get a few pedals. It can, yeah. Jamie, one of the tribe members, the guy that bought the Fisher and Fisher 370s that I brought to the show. I did a video. I brought the 370s up too. He had 9 audios. He put in the 370s and was like, "You're not taking them out of here." And so I traded part of the guitar. Jamie is an incredible guitarist, and he collects and sells, buys and trades vintage cool as shit guitars. Like he's got really cool shit. I mean, I played 3 different gold tops. One of them is what was the first year? 52. He's got the first year Gibson Les Paul. It didn't even had serial numbers back then. Gold top. He's got 3 gold tops, a 57, a 59, and the 52, which I think was the first year. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but and some old Tellys, 2 old SGs, which are really cool. All this stuff is 60s and before. He's got Tellys, he's got V's, Explorers, Firebirds. He's got the Firebird with the Clapton Firebird from Cream with the single pickup, and the I don't know what you call those tuners, the one that go down the middle. They're not along the row along the edge of the headstock. They go down the middle of the headstock. So evidently that piece is highly collectible. And I was like, dude, let's trade for that. And he's like, yeah, that's like a $28,000 guitar. And I'm like, not the time yet. But anyways, let me learn how to fucking play it first, you know. And Jamie gave me a Vox wah pedal so I can do a little I can wah it out, man. And with the it'll be fun, man. I can't wait. You're stoked for the 770s. You know it, buddy. Absolutely. You're gonna love them. Yeah, both of them. Oh, you want to see both of them? What, the Les Paul and or the acoustic? If you guys want to hold on, I'll go get them. I'll go get them. Hold on. Okay, since you asked, here is the telly. Right here, it's a reissue. I don't know shit how to play yet, but I will eventually. I will set this right here, and I'll show you this kick-ass. Here's the 64 Gibson. I don't know if you can see. See if I tilt it. I'm trying to show you the checking. Whatever, you can sort of see it a little bit. I don't know, man. I'm gonna learn how to play this shit. So yeah, I wish you could see the bottom. Can you see all that? And you see the lines in it? And the pickguard's kind of like scalloped a little teeny bit. It's pretty kick-ass. Yeah, so those are the new pieces. And Les Paul, the Lester's in the other room. That came from one of the tribe members as well, from Brent in Seattle. I've got a beautiful, it's a 61 reissue, a 60, whatever the one is with the thin neck. So now I have a Les Paul, a Telly, and that acoustic. So I'm on my way, man. On my way. That's where the pedals can help. Keeps you at it when you feel frustrated. Envelope filters, delays, etc. Yeah, yeah, I maybe. I'll see. Yeah, if I get frustrated and I want effects. But again, I'm not an effect guy. I'm like a learn my skill guy, you know? Just like with the audio stuff, I don't really want effects on hi-fi either. What's good? Hope you're doing good, Mikey and Tribe. 0.1 listener according to YouTube recap. 306 videos. Keep practicing, Mikey. You'll be over the curve in no time. Yeah, man, I will. Shakedown. Yeah, totally. Yeah. That'll be a cool one to learn. Wow. Winning. Wow. Both are very cool. Telly in great shape. Acoustic is badass too. Thanks, man. You bet, Alan. Beautiful guitars. See, you already, they sound great. They sound great, man. I mean, the guitars are, I've got, you guys are the tribe members are all, we all know good quality, don't we? Right. And I know good quality and the best quality for the hi-fi audio. And you guys teach me about the best quality for other things. Like I learned about fountain pens while I was on from Don, one of the tribe members, and he gave me a fountain pen. And he put some in my hand and showed me the difference between, an $800, it was called a Churchill, something made gold, 24 karat gold nib. And like that thing just glided across the paper. It was incredible. And then he showed me what a cheap one was like and how it gets scratchy on the paper. And so he taught me about fountain pens, because he knows them very well. So my boys, you guys that are guitar guys and amp guys, like Nikki hooked me up with a sick Marshall. You can see, wait, can we see it? We can only see the M. Let me try and get this cable over here. But that over there, got to get this thing out of the way. That over there is mid 70s master volume. That thing's sick. Still all the original iron in it and everything. So I got the matching cab for that. So we'll hook it up and I'm going to see what the hell I'm going to be cooking with fire at that point. Yep. Humbucker pickups combined with Boogie 2 tube front end amplifiers, an awesome combo. Yeah, my brother has Mesa Boogie. Mesa Boogie Mark II C Plus. I think that's what it is. Mikey been in the hospital like forever. Damn, man. Wes, can you do a phone call sometime? Like, the tribe wants to. We got to call Wes and talk to him, man. Let Wes know that we love him. He's been going through some health issues. With an infection and all sorts of this shit, and he's fucked up and he's in the hospital. And I feel for him, man. I couldn't even see Wes, man, because he got pneumonia from the hospital, and Wes is in Mystic, and I couldn't even see him, man. It sucked. By the way, Wes, that's freaking beautiful up there, dude. Holy shit. That whole area, Stonington, is just gorgeous. And Mark, a farm that's right on this land that is there's a spring on it, and there's like it's he's got acreage, and it's like there's Native Americans were through there. It's just a trip. There's so much history where you live. It's so rich in history. It's not like down here, man. I mean, there is history here, but it's not like New England, man. New England has got the coolest shit. So Wes, we hope that you get better soon, brother. We're all rooting for you to get better. Wes, as you guys know, if you remember back when we did our first, I got to tell you guys something. We did our first hi-fi tribe where we gave somebody an audio rig. Wes was one of the first guys to step up to the plate and send a amplifier and a DAC pre, a nice one, brand almost new, a couple years old. And Wes just sent it to Charles, and then another tribe member sent brand new speakers for Charles, and we set Charles up with an audio system because he didn't have the means to do it, and he's really into music and he loves it, and he's part of the tribe and he watches all the time, and he didn't have an audio system. And I talked to him, and he's like, I'm like, how do you listen to your music? And he was like, on my phone. I'm like, holy shit, you don't even have a tune box? Nope. I used to, but I don't have anything now, So we sent him an audio rig and set Charles up. So I've got some pretty amazing news to tell you guys from the tribe. We have the first tribe member that is going to, what do you say, bequeath or whatever, to leave his estate to the Hi-Fi tribe. When he passes, his estate will come to the Hi-Fi tribe and we will use the proceeds from that to help grow the tribe globally, and to not only help people that need audio systems, but I've got some ideas about putting audio systems in old folks' homes. And that will grow. That's a part of the tribe that will grow. Our philanthropic efforts, our outreach, our philanthropic outreach. And so that's pretty cool. And we will set up a structure for other tribe members that wish to either put their system or their estate or any of their estate in and put the tribe foundation into their will. It will go to good use. They will be commemorated in on a special page on the site. And so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'm sorry I missed you, Wes, man. That would have been great to meet you. Audio Haven from Denmark. What is up, man? Welcome. I just built an exact clone of a Marshall Super Fuzz pedal for somebody. I'll build you something. Just let me know. Yeah, cool, dude. Like, I don't know what to ask for. I have no idea what to ask for. But if you think there's something cool, let me know, man, and just go for it. Greetings from Denmark. Yep, we got that. Okay, so it's a 76. So I'll just remember that. Bicentennial Master Volume, first year. Killer. Man, you should see the amps that Jamie has, Nick. Holy shit. Like, he's got, I don't even know how to tell you which ones, but a bunch of Marshall heads. He's got stuff that's like red Tolex, like full red. It was called a super a super base 100. I think they're 14-inch drivers, like 4 of them, and in a red, both in red. He's got some cool ass shit, man. Vox AC30. Like when I first walked in, there's a Vox sitting right there. Um, he's got some Vox heads. He's got Park stuff. He's got cool shit, man. The guy has great taste. Rastafari. Yo, tribe, what's happening? Music in old folks' home is a fucking great idea. Yeah, it is, man. You know, I mean, poor people, they just get kind of shoveled away. And if you ever saw that Netflix documentary called, what was it called? The voice within the oh man, it was called, oh, somebody help me out here. It was with the folks that had that were kind of catatonic. They had dementia, or what is that called? Um Alzheimer's. And you could play music for them and they would snap out of their trance. They would all of a sudden talking and dancing, and like it woke them up, man. So music is good for the body, period. Um so yeah, so it was a great trip. I did go up and try New Haven pizza, which people were so crooning about, man. Everybody was saying how great New Haven pizza was, and I got to tell you, I was not impressed. We ate Sally's and Pepe's, and they were both, Sally's was kind of, let me see if let me get this right. No, the Sally's was lighter. Um, the crust was a little better, but it was still both of them were droopy pizza. You hold them up and they droop down. Pepe's straight up drooped down and the cheese slid off. I'm like, come on, man. How are you gonna have pizza where the cheese slides off? You can't. That's gross, dude. That's like oily snot on a piece of bread. You know, it's like gross. It ended up that the best pizza that we had was from Don, the guy that gave me the fountain pen, the tribe member in Trenton, or no, where is he? He's close to Trenton. He's in New Jersey, South Jersey. Oh man, I can't remember the name of where he is in South Jersey. But he's by what's that damn college? Cambridge. No, that's Mass. Whatever, South Jersey. They call them tomato pies. They put the toppings, the cheese on the bottom, and then the sausage, and then they put the sauce, like dollop sauce, down on top. They call it a tomato pie. Holy shit, that was good. That was the best one, and I was just a neighborhood pizza joint. We did not try it in New York though, which we really should have, but we weren't. We had one afternoon in the city, and we ended up going to Cat's Deli, which was phenom. And then we went to another deli. Then we got matzo ball soup because my girl wanted matzo ball soup. We got matzo ball soup. The thing came out. It was a freaking 3-pound matzo ball. I'm not kidding you. It was this freaking big. It was ridiculous. I'm like, what are we gonna do with that? This is for like 4 people. And then the pastrami there was out of control. It was so tasty. You can't get that shit. And then, when we were up in New England, there were day boats. We were close to the water, fishing villages. So you've got all these little crab shacks, or whatever they call them, little seafood houses, these little teeny places that the day boats bring their shit to. So you get like whatever they got on that day. You get scallops, you get eel, you get oysters for sure, like 4 different types, 3 or 4 different types. Lobster, crab, mussels, clams, all sorts of shit that come off the boat for the day, and you can eat it raw. Essentially, we did. Well, the oysters for sure. We had raw scallop, which was so good. We just sliced them and then put like a little olive oil drizzle, some salt and cracked pepper. Oh my god, so good. Or no, we didn't even put salt. I'm sorry, just olive oil and cracked pepper. And what else there was? Oh, lemon, olive oil, and cracked pepper. Oh, so good. They were so sweet. Just can't get scallops like that down here, boy. They've been sitting in a fridge somewhere. Tommy Chong's home for old hippies. Exactly, man. Cat's Deli is incredible. One of those experiences that lived up to the hype for me. It definitely did. It definitely did. The crazy part is that all these places that we went, Sally's and Pepe's and Cat's, freaking lines down the block, both of them, man. We had to wait 2 hours for pizza. It was ridiculous. And then it came and I'm like, dude, this stuff isn't even that good. It's like it's totally overrated to me. Now, if you were drunk, okay, that stuff would be great. Of course, it was just like the cheesesteak that we had in Philly. Total drunken food, like I can't take that shit serious. It's drunk food. Um, and then at the same time, we had some bone in fillets, killer crab cakes. The crab cakes were so good. Oh my God, I had crab cakes in Maryland, and I've never had them that style where they're like kind of like they were 8 ounces, half a pound crab cakes, and they look like haystacks, kind of, right? They're not like some of them, that are like squared all the way around. They're like, and then they're flat on the top, flat on the bottom in a perfect 90-degree like ring around. That wasn't that type. It was like they just grabbed a handful of crab and weighed it out and then just put it in the pan, because it was a mound, and it was browned all over, oh my God, that was so good. Tommy hooked us up with that. He's a tribe member that is from Maryland, been in Maryland his whole life. He was the guy with the Clarisis speakers that I showed. And I've got other videos that that I will edit and put up that have different people's rigs. We saw some other rigs that were just low buck rigs. I mean, these people have bought, AA DAC from me. One guy bought the Bridge Audio Labs DAC from me. And they've got kind of older other stuff. But, I mean, some of the rigs I was very like, wow, respect. Like you did this on not very much money and you have the room set up and the sound dialed in better than some of the systems I heard that were much more expensive. So it's cool. Remember when Mesa Boogie made 2 amps for hi-fi? I do. They kind of made them for like the studio, and then people used them in hi-fi. Yep, dementia eventually took my mom, but music got her going. Oh, wow. She was an absolutely amazing pianist. Wow. And one of those jerks with true perfect pitch, not relative pitch. Oh, how amazing, man. That's where you got your musicality, was from mom. God rest her soul. For tomato pies, D. Lorenzo's in Robbinsville. Okay, so I was in Robbinsville, okay, and that's where the tomato pie was from, but it was not called D. Lorenzo's. Oh, you're right. D. Lorenzo's was across the street. It's a thinner crust. So Don told us about that. We had Papa's, and he said the two best are Papa's and D. Lorenzo's, and he said D. Lorenzo's has a thinner crust and it's crispier, which sounds even better to me, but this was still not a flop pizza. So I will come. I was there. I was in Robbinsville and we had Papa's. So next time I'll check D. Lorenzo's. It really sucks. I mean, it was so different than any other pizza that I've had that I'm not kidding you when I say it ruined it for other pizza. Like I probably won't eat pizza here in Atlanta anymore. I just won't. It's just not worth it. Yeah, so I may just try and make an effort to find, but I know the pizza's rated high here and they're floppy pizza. It's like New Haven style or whatever. It's not the ones that are like fluffy and crisp with that fluffy dough, the fluffy crust. Yo, tribe, Pacific Northwest check-in. Brent checking in from Seattle. Brent's who I got the Les Paul from. So I'll be playing that, Brent, man. I've been itching. You missed the part. You weren't here when I showed the guitars. This is so Brent can see it. Look at that, buddy. Yep. That's it. That's it, brother. That's a he changed out that, I think, that front pickup. I don't know which one he changed out. One of them is changed. But yeah, cool piece. Yes. Do I have a preferred type of pizza? I do. It's one of two, okay, and it's been honed down over the years. It's either tomato pie from South Jersey, okay, that is absolutely one of the best, or it's tavern style from Chicago. Those are my two favorite pizzas, without a doubt. Tavern style is like where they put and it's the same almost, even though the two pies are Neapolitan style, like Napoli, but they bring the cheese or they bring the sauce up close to the crust. There's not like a ton of crust. But Chicago Tavern style, they bring the sauce all the way to the edge, cheese all the way to the edge, and then they square cut it, And when that's done right, that stuff is the bomb. Really, really good. It's tough to find though. So those are my two favorites. Rock and roll, you know it, buddy. Paisley Tully, I know, man. It's great. Mesa Boogie Baron was made for hi-fi. One and only one they made for a dedicated audio system. Oh, okay. Tully is great to have in the quiver. Yes, exactly. A Tully, a Strat, a Les Paul, a Firebird, an Explorer. Who knows? Who knows? An SG. I like through hole neck. Sounds cool to me. I want a guitar or through hole. Through neck. Through body neck. What is that? Through neck design? Where it's one piece through the body and the neck. That's pretty cool. So I would like to have one guitar that has a through neck. Maybe an SG. Is all that rich killer food with your previous health problems an issue? If I were to eat it all the time, I'm sure it would become one. But what I wasn't doing before is having balance. So I was eating like I'd have, pizza for lunch and steak for dinner, and then the next day a burger at lunch and bacon and eggs in the morning, and some shit like that. And I was just not paying attention to my body. I was eating whatever the F I wanted, whenever the F I wanted, and that got me in trouble. So now I just use common sense, right? I balance my diet. I don't stack up greasy things from one meal to the next. If I have a pizza, for instance, then my next meal is a salad and veggies, and then I have stopped sugar, and I was eating desserts and stuff like that. Now, when I was on my trip, yeah, I had a couple things, because why not? I'm on vacation for 3 weeks or whatever, so I can have a little bit here and there, just as long as it's not regular. And then the other thing is I greatly reduced the volume of food that I eat. So I share with my woman. We share a dish now almost every time, instead of us each getting a big ass entree, each getting a salad, each getting an appetizer. We'll share an appetizer, we'll share a salad, and then we'll share the entree. So I eat half as much in terms of volume. If I'm having pizza, I'll have 2 pieces of pizza, maybe 3, but I'm not going to eat half the pie or more like I used to. I'm not going to just gorge. I used to eat until I was stuffed. Like, that was my method of operation. Just eat until you're stuffed. And that's kind of like the American way. We're taught to just chow in some big ass, portion until you're stuffed. And you're just like, I'm stuffed when you come out of the restaurant. I don't like that. I realize that drains my energy. So if I eat to where I'm satiated and it's not too much, then I walk out feeling good and I feel energized from the meal. And now that I'm back home, I only eat one meal a day. When I was there, I would eat two. We ate two, but we would share them. So, and the first one was usually relatively light. So yeah, I watch myself. Not only that, I supplement with things that are good for the pancreas and the gut, and so I keep my guts biome in shape with probiotics and prebiotics. I supplement with MSM and glycine and things that are cell rebuilders and keep the gut health happy. So I pray that I figured it out. It seems like I've got it figured out. If it comes back, then maybe I look at other options. But I think I know when I'm messing up and when I'm not. I can tell the feeling before something comes on now. And what happened before, when I got that feeling, I just ignored it. I was just like, oh, that's just a little ache in my back or whatever. And I would just power through it and eat. Now, if I, which I rarely feel it, but I have like a couple times, I know, okay, time to totally chill out, double up on my water. I have pancreatic enzymes too that are over the counter pancreatic enzymes like lipase and whatever. And I can take that. So if I have like a steak or something like that, I'll pop an enzyme to help me digest the steak. And I drink enough water too, where I didn't used to. Now I wake up every morning. I guzzle 16 ounces of water every night. I drink 16 ounces of water before bed. And then during the day, that's all I drink. I don't drink anything but water. A little coffee, little tea. Wish I could find one again. It was a beast. Oh yeah, they're probably around. Do Meitner or M make streamers? Yes. How do they compare with Nagra? The Nagra is better for sure. Okay, because the M Labs is not a playback. The Nagra was made by Playback Designs, so the Nagra is definitely better. I've heard them both. Nagra is better. And it works. The Nagra works with the Playback Designs. The M Labs does not. Has anyone seen the Crossroads Guitar Battle Classic? No. Is that a Clapton thing? By the way, a friend here in Denmark just replaced his DCS stack with a Playback Designs. Costs like 1/4 of it, and it's miles ahead of that ice cold DCS. Yep. We've been doing that here too, man. We've been beating Vivaldi stacks, and crushing. So I'm happy for him. Hey, Mikey. Hey, Tribe. What's up, Charles? There he is. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Mikey, you still taking those supplements? Are they still working? We will have to take note of what you're taking in my early 50s. Yeah, so the one that was probably the most noticeable for me was MSM, which is like a joint thing, right? But the byproduct is it gave me mental clarity. It's really weird. I saw somewhere where people were using it, if it were prescription, you'd say off label, so in other words, you're using it not what it's known for, but what it works for as well. The byproduct is it makes your hair and skin and nails really good and is good for your joints, but it gave me mental clarity, and that's MSM. We ran out. I took enough on the trip, but we've been like a week without it. So now we just started back up. And then glycine at night, which is like glycine is really easy to take. You just put it in water. It's like sometimes they use it as a sugar substitute. But it's an amino acid, glycine. It helps cellular regeneration. It's good for the body, and it makes you dream more vividly. So the dreams are awesome at night with glycine. So we take glycine at night, MSM in the morning. I've been taking berberine, which is to keep that is for weight. And I think these supplements that I'm taking also have helped, my whatever the condition of whatever gives you gallstones. So that means liver, pancreas, like that system. So berberine, and then a multivitamin, a liquid multivitamin each day. I supplement now that I'm home. I will be back to supplementing with blue-green algae and spirulina, and ashwagandha. I make my own mix. Remember, we had this talk where you can get these little AG1 pills or whatever, or AG1 that's like $30 for a pound or something. Or you can go get 5 pounds of ashwagandha from supplement houses in powder form, 5 pounds of blue-green algae, of chlorella, of what are the other things that I used? Camu camu, which is like high in vitamin C. It's the highest natural vitamin C from a fruit plant, source. Um, I got them all in there. I've got a drawer. I just did the research and then bought bulk, and then I take a huge 5-pound jug that the protein came in. And then I made my own compound, and then I take, it's like AG1 basically. I take it each day. Those blue-green algae things are good to get all your minerals in. And some protein powder too, in there, from milk casein, and then some that is pea protein as well. And those work, man. Just, something, you can't, in my opinion, you can't not take supplements, because there's no way you're going to eat a balanced enough diet with enough fruits and veg and like proteins and combining them right so they work well, like rice and beans together. There's it's highly unlikely that you're going to have a really good balanced diet where you get, those trace element things that you need. So to me, it's like you've got to supplement, and it's pretty easy to find out the supplements that are good for you. And then you just need to find out the basic thing to determine is which ones can you take consistently, and which ones do you need to cycle on and off. Because some of them, you don't want to take them all the time because they'll tax your liver, or they'll tax your kidneys or something like that. So you need to just find out. You can ask AI this stuff, or you can just research online, try different things and rotate. We're always rotating. So it's not like I take the same things all the time. Like the only things that are same that we've been repetitive has been like for the last couple of weeks, we've been doing MSM and glycine. Those are something that I've been taking each day that I'm going to try them for like, 6 months. I don't think you have to cycle on those, but things like what goes into my main mix, like with the spirulina, all that stuff, ashwagandha, I rotate that, some mornings I take nootropics, but not heavy ones, like, things like CDP choline, and things just to try and keep the brain synapses good, you know, um, and it's just kind of like everybody needs to do kind of their own thing. I've, uh, I've seen so much things you don't know what to take, man. Everybody says that what they're pitching is the good shit. You look online and everybody's claiming it's one thing or another. It's this, it's that. You got to take, you know, if I feel like I'm getting sick, like while we were on this trip, we went up to the Midwest, plenty of people getting sick. We were in New York, where there's always some weird strain of COVID and all that shit. And we would take quercetin, vitamin C, a compound that's quercetin, vitamin D3, and zinc together. And just take that preventative. We weren't sick, and we didn't get sick the whole trip. And my gal is a little bit more susceptible to that than I am, and she didn't get sick. She maintained her high immunity. Um, so I had certain things. There's supplements to take each day for like just like baseline stuff, and then there's things that you take for immunity, and then there's things you take for digestion, and then there's things, so they're different. It's from the movie Crossroads. If you use keyword Crossroads guitar battle, you can find it easy. Classic. Okay, cool. Gorging and munchies seem to go hand in hand. Caution advised. Yeah, that's another thing too, is just I don't snack. I try not to. When I'm home here and I've got all my stuff around, I'm not traveling, I'm not going out so much to eat. I cook almost always at home. Eat one time a day, no snacking, no sugar, or desserts. and as much water as possible, and then coffee. I stave off the hunger by using coffee. If I get hungry and I'm like, oh, I'm starving right now, but I only want to eat once, it's too early to eat. Typically I'll eat at like 3 or 4 p.m., typically like 4, so that I don't get hungry into the evening. Otherwise, if I eat earlier, I eat at like noon. By dinner time, I'm hungry again. So if I eat at like 3 or something, then I'm not hungry. I can pass it. And if I get hungry before 3, I just drink coffee, and then that takes it away. And as stupid as it sounds, if you're hungry, you chug water, and it will take your hunger away. And I know it sounds so boring, just drink water, but it really does work. Is Playback the only company that uses the P-Link connector in home audio? Yes, as far as I know. I think MLabs uses the same connector, but it's not compatible with Playback. P-Link is the name of Playback's protocol, and it's different than the one. But MLabs, as you know, they work together at one point. So they use a different protocol, but you can't use an MLabs with that connector to go to a Playback Designs. Do you take MSM in combo formulation with things like chondroitin? No, I don't. Nope, because it's not a joint thing. It's not. I'm not trying, and I don't take it with glucosamine. Which is something that I think you would do for joint health. But it does, I mean, in a weird way, it's good for the joints. I just feel a little more fluid, a little more lubed in my joints, and not as many, I don't have as many I don't wake up with as many sore necks. I've found another thing is that how you sleep and the pillow you sleep with is huge for like headaches and neck pain. I used to get this weird thing that where like it would be like would come up my neck and come up over here, like up here, and then go down my neck and then over to here, and it was fully from shitty pillows, and if you have pillows that just go that slope down and then your neck is jammed up, shoulder is jammed up, and you don't take care of this little 90-degree angle thing here. And I don't think it's like you want to sleep on a square pillow, or anything. But what I started doing was I got this pillow that has a roll that goes right where the shoulder is. It's the same as like when I'm on the road and I'm not taking my pillow, I will at the hotel or whatever, I'll take a towel and roll it up and I'll put it just under the pillow. So I'll set my pillow up, put the towel right there. And then because I'm a side sleeper, and I'll put my head right there, and the towel roll goes right under my neck, and then the head goes on the pillow. And man, it alleviates any neck tweak. It's gone, man, sleeping on that. And I thought I'll turn and flop and stuff and come off the roll or whatever. No way, man. It like cradles you, and you end up somehow staying in proper position. And it's been really good. Mixing protein smoothie now. Supplements are a necessity. Research, depleted soils makes it hard to find nutrients in food. Dig the glycine. Yeah, man, for sure. It's true. Hey, Joey on the West Coast. What's up, Mikey? Happy holidays, tribe. When are you going to Hawaii, man? So, yeah, so what else can I tell you? So it was a great time up there. Saw a lot of rigs. Some things that I really, am not in the right place to comment on, but some pretty eye-opening, things that are just to be expected. All I can say is there are some people that completely understand good sound and emotional connection to music, and then there's others that just don't understand it. And it's usually the music guys that get it, which is like I've said that before, but it becomes evident when you go around. What's my opinion on ZZ Top? Killer band. Mad respect for them. great music, great blues. You know, it's just one of those bands that I don't listen to it very much, you know? Um, there's certain bands that I have great respect for, but that I wouldn't listen to that often. And it also goes through cycles for me. There'd be cycles where I'll listen to something, CCR, really dig that band, but I don't listen to it all the time. I love the Grateful Dead and I hardly listen to them anymore right now. No, the Doors, just a great band. Floyd, love Floyd, but I don't listen to it, right now. I just go through different. While we were driving, we were listening to deep house music because it was just calming, man. And it goes along with driving somehow, you know. It's just got a syncopated beat and it's like dreamy. Um, Today we were listening to some older stuff. Today I was listening to Todd Rundgren. I was listening to Eric Burden, and these were things I asked for. I was listening to the Trogs, the Hollies. Um, who else did I ask for? I listened to Elvis for a little bit. I listened to what's that country guy? George Jones. Just for a little bit, just to stir it up a little bit. Every once in a while I'll just get a hair up my butt and then I'll just, ask for my system to play me something weird that I remember, like Sugar Cubes or like something. And then you're like, oh yeah, I remember why I didn't listen to this so much. It's kind of cool for a little bit. Like Sugar Cubes, for instance. Bjork is cool. She's really a great artist, but to me, it's like her shit all kind of sounds the same. So it's kind of fun for a little bit, but then I'm like, okay, now I'm sick of this sound and everything sounds very similar. You know how there's those bands? Corolla Dust is like that. It's like every song sounds kind of the same a little bit, so you don't really get much variety. And then you could listen to a band like Ween, where it's like songs couldn't be more freaking different. Like listen to Ween Chocolate and Cheese and listen to how different the songs are on Chocolate and Cheese. Brilliant album, by the way. So it's just fun to kind of explore around. Where we're driving and what we're looking at has a lot to do with the music that goes with it. When we were in New York City, Deep House was perfect. And we were there at night in Manhattan in Times Square with all the LED lights melting and doing crazy shit. And so the house music was like killer for that, And yeah, so it was fun. Good stuff. Leave Tuesday for North Shore with the family for 2 weeks. Sick barrel vid you caught on Outer Banks, by the way. Not that easy to get that shot. I know, dude. I was standing there and the tube started rolling in and I'm like, oh shit, come on, dude, go get it. Get that barrel. And he got it. He wasn't doing the Hawaii, with the hand touching the top, bro. That's the coolest shit when they're touching the top. He was just kind of tucked in there. But you'll get some if you guys you're going to be, let's see, your North Shore. Yeah. So you're going to get some big monster waves out there, dude. That's the coolest shit. I've sat there and watched Pipeline before and just been like, what the F? Like, look at these guys, look at these waves. Like I've never even seen, if you've never seen waves, if you've just only seen waves in California, or on the East Coast, you have not seen waves. Like in Hawaii, the waves are retarded. They're like stories high. You're like, what the what? You can't believe how big they are. It's wicked. And these guys just drop in and just you're just like, oh my God. Look how fast he's going. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then there's Portugal? Have you seen that place? What is it? Nagoya or something like that? In Portugal, I think it is, where it's like the biggest waves in the world. And they're monsters, man. I mean, it's just like meant to kill people, People surf Lake Michigan in the winter. Jesus. Talk about hard up for surfing. You got to hand it to surfers, man, because we were out there and they were all in like 4.5 mil suits with hoods on and booties and full gloves, everything, dude. They were fully kitted up. And I was like, Jesus, and it was cold. I was standing on the beach freezing my ass off. I know it's warmer in the water, but it was like, man, these guys are really committed to come out here, but they were getting great swells, Hey, Tribe. Hello, Mikey. Clark checking in from Oahu. Yeah, you're definitely right about the waves. Last week they had 20 footers from on the North Shore. Yeah, it's retarded. If you've never seen it, there's nothing like it. It's mind blowing. You're like, I can't believe somebody looked at that and said, let's go take a board and ride that shit. Like that means some, whatever Tongan dude, like whatever Hawaiian, right? Some native Hawaiian back in the day, Big Kahuna, decided his ass was going to go out and try and ride those huge waves, like looking at the waves and being like, there's got to be a way we can ride that shit. Just think about the mentality it took to do that. Jamie's calling. Should we bring him on? Let's see if I can do this. Hey, Jamie.
Beautiful. I love that text.
Yeah, man. I'm taking the guitar. You want to say hi to the tribe? I'm doing a live stream right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you?
No, man. Just say hi to the tribe.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. I was telling him about you, man. I was telling him Jamie's where I got these badass guitars, and I showed him the pink Telly, and I showed him the Gibson. And everybody's excited for me, man, to learn guitar.
Well, it's like an endless rabbit hole, like the hi-fi disease that you have.
Yeah,
this is the six string disease. It's never ending.
I know, dude. And you got me. You gave me my first hit of guitar, and I've given you your first hit of hi-fi.
Yeah.
So
Does everybody know how this happened with the speakers?
No. Do you want to say it? Sure.
Yeah. So Michael doesn't just have a regular car. His car is filled with all kind of goodies. Playback design, cables, and these speakers that happen to come from the show in Washington. And it was never my intention to and audios because I love them, had them for years. And he said, well, let's give them a shot. So he said, do you have a hand truck? And I'm saying, like, a hand truck? What do I need a hand truck for? Little did I know that each of those speakers are solid stone and they weigh 150 pounds a piece. For guitar people, that's about an 8x10 Ampeg SVT cabinet. So it's quite heavy and they're very compact. We got them in the house, and I guess they're still here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've got a couple new guitars and a cabinet.
Yeah, it was like night and day. I mean, I again, I have a lot to say about Mike, but he doesn't push his stuff, and I didn't need them, I didn't want them, but man, I heard them, and now I understand. And I said to him, if I was to ever buy not Don Audios, Fisher and Fisher's, I'd want the big bad boys like he has, or the model under, because you got to have the biggest and baddest. It's what we all do. But these sound perfect in my room. And Mike actually told me that anything more would just be overkill.
Yeah.
I kind of like overkill, though. Right?
I know. Everybody does like a little overkill. Andrew's about ready to go overkill with his 770s in his room. But yeah. But
so it's absolutely beautiful, and I truly love music, and I love the experience of being around Mike, because Mikey, I should say. He's just an amazing guy. It's like a long lost brother that I've known forever, and we've only met a few times, but we get on real well.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of this thing. You find people that have common interests, and we all just happen to love music, which is a great thing. And he really has amazing ears, so you need to trust him.
You do too, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, you know your guitars. You know your guitars, man. My brother picked up both of them. Just he got the look in his eye and the smile, and I'm like, oh yeah, he likes it.
It's a never ending journey. You hear a better player, you play a better guitar. It's sort of like the hi-fi thing. It's just never ending. We continually seek out, but Mike always says, when it comes to hi-fi, he'll resolve that issue. When it comes to guitars, it's like endless. I mean, you see a guitar player and he's playing standard tuning, and you go, wow, what's this thing about slide? And you can play slide guitar, and then you can play it in open E or you can play in standard tuning. It's just never ending. So, but that's the beauty of it. I told Mike not to get overwhelmed, just to, find something that inspires him and just learn something, and then put that little piece of knowledge, connect it with something else. And after a while, you got 5 pieces of additional knowledge and you have a new riff to play. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Yep, absolutely. I'm really fired up. So thanks for that, buddy.
Oh, you're welcome. It was not my intention to come onto your live stream. I didn't even know you're doing it. But you're constantly on tour. It's like you got to sit still, Mike. You got to go home and stop eating.
I'm here.
Water the damn plants and just stay in one room for a minute.
Exactly. Well, at least I got some guitars that I can practice while I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, buddy.
And I want to say one last thing about the hi-fi thing. I've been doing this or just listening to things my entire life. I mean, whether it was Tandberg or Kenwood or Pioneer. I mean, I'm just thinking back, on this whole journey, and it's just incredible. I even have Dalco speakers. I mean, I've had them all. I'd love to see a magazine come home, and when people used to subscribe to magazines, see what was new and cool, and it's just forever. I've always been around, pieces of hi-fi, and it's all about the love of music. So I'm going to shut up so you can get back to your live stream.
Okay, buddy.
People stock tips.
Yeah, man. Right on, buddy.
All right.
It's great seeing you. All right, man.
I'll see you, Master.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
brother. Okay, cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yep. So there was Jamie. Yep. Just like he said, he didn't expect, he wasn't planning to have fishers, but they went in and they didn't come out. So it was great. He's so happy with them. Everybody is that gets them. Do I know I'm live streaming twice right now? No, dude. I have no clue. What do you mean by that? How is that even possible? When in Hawaii, don't forget to visit the land of Hanalei. It's where Puff the Magic Dragon visits once in a while. Oh, is that it? Hanalei? Ah, okay. I never knew what that was. Now I do. Puff the Magic Dragon. How are you, tribe? Hey, Mike. Hey, Charles. What's up, buddy? I'm about ready to end the show because we got an hour. I got an hour into it. So I just wanted to give you guys an hour because I'm back home now. So safe and sound. And I've made a handful of people more happy on the road, and it was great. So the next on deck is a West Coast tour. So any of y'all that are watching from the West Coast, I will be making a tour from Seattle down to San Diego. And we'll do another tour. Not sure what I will have with me, but it will be something or other. And I will drop by people's house. So anybody that wants to be part of that and to have me come by, listen to your rig, to give feedback, to help you tune your rig if you'd like, you just get in touch with me at 11 Stereo, and I am happy to accommodate if you're on the way. So anybody that wants to hear, playback designs, and especially folks that have, it actually doesn't matter. I want to see folks that have more expensive DACs because I want to, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because you got a guy that spent 50 grand and they're nervous. They're nervous if I come with my playback design because they're nervous that they're going to be shown that their DAC that they overspent. So it's hard. What happens more likely is I get people that, don't have $50,000 DACs. Maybe they have, Brent had a $1,500 DAC and he went straight to the $26,000 playback designs. But more than anything, I have folks that just make the leap, and then I do get some that have Mola Molas, and that's one that I sell people out of a lot. Or DCS is quite frequent. Um, and then the ones that you saw on the, but I'd love to get some guys with Wadax, with the bigger lampazators, and just to, and again, I don't have to take the video if it doesn't, because some of these guys would be embarrassed, and I don't have to make the video. And some of these guys, they're like, their dealer gave them a discount, so they don't want to diss the brand that the dealer sold them. So you get all sorts of these little political things that people don't want to hear the playback. They're worried to listen to it because they know it's going to shatter their damn paradigm. It's going to ruin the beautiful thing that they thought was so great, that's going to turn out to be not so freaking great. And that's what we did on the tour. But, a lot of the people are committed to the pursuit of the best Sonic. And those people are willing to listen because they're after the best Sonic. And so anybody that would like to hear the playback when I get to the West Coast, let me know. We will schedule it in. And even if you don't, I can come by, listen to your rig, give you some feedback. If you just want my ears on it, so you can know, like, what do you think? I can tell you. I mean, there were some people that I went to on this trip. One guy was Gil, and I'll show his rig. He's in Queens, in an apartment in Queens, and his system is not an expensive rig, man. He's spent a lot of time putting it together, but it's not like he's got Pure Audio Project speakers. He's got an AA DAC. He's got 2 Jeff Roland 125s that he got from me. And man, he's set it up proper. I'm like, way to go, dude. Like, there's nothing I could do in here. You've got it dialed. You've got it as good as this stuff could sound right now. It's just, and it's great to see that. And then we saw another guy in the city, and he was also in an apartment, and he had a kit speakers that were like from, I want to say Matasound or something like that, and vintage gear. And like, man, he had it dialed. He just had it dialed, and it's just not an expensive. It's a new rig. It's like an older, not that expensive rig, but he's got it absolutely dialed. The weird thing he had was like 5 subs in the room. He had one over there, one app back in this corner. Like, I mean, that's really a great way to do it. It's very painstaking, and you should have seen the cables behind his audio rack. But the Sonic was great. I mean, immediately you connected to the music, and it wasn't an expensive rig. And then I went into some systems where somebody had spent a lot of money. One of them you probably heard was the Claris, and it was just like, oh my God, I feel horrible for this guy. He bought all the stuff that should produce, Accuphase amp, Clarisys speakers, Solution DAC, like all this stuff that you would think, if I buy all that stuff, it's going to sound great. And it totally did not. It was bad, and I don't often say that, but when I came in the first and listened first off the cuff, it was bad. I was like, oh boy, like kind of scratching my head, like, how do I let him know, and I have to let him know because these are my peeps. So basically, usually I say, can I mess with some things? Can I change something? Yeah, go ahead, man. Do whatever you want. Okay, cool. So then I go change the speakers, move the room treatment, do the things, just do my, deal, and then move the seat forward, angle the speakers and get it so that, aim them up a little bit so we get the center of the ribbon towards the ear, all these little things that I did, and greatly improved, like squeezed another shit. I would say I don't know if we doubled it. If it was twice as good, but damn close. It was almost twice as good. I mean, it was something that was way better after we were done. After I was done. and he was very appreciative. So he bought us crab cakes. Anyways, so yeah, so if you want to be included that on the West Coast tour, and then maybe the third one is like Texas or something down there. I don't know what else is in the Midwest. There maybe some people through the Midwest. I've got Don in Detroit, and I've got Andrew. I've got some peeps up there. I could probably do that, but I have to see what works out well. Anyways, I'm gonna run because it's I've been doing this for an hour and something, and it is my first night back. So I'm gonna go chill for a little bit, and I'll catch up with you guys on Wednesday. So 2 days. Today is Monday, right? 2 days from now, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will see you back here. So thanks everybody for joining. Love you all, and I will see you soon. See ya.